I have a $50 account and a $150 account that I'm going to either double or triple using price action alone. What is up, beautiful traders? How you guys doing? I am doing absolutely lovely, and in this video you're going to learn how to use candlesticks only on any chart of your choice to maximize your profits in the market. Right now we're currently in the Asian session, and I like to trade Nasdaq during the New York session. That's why we're going to wait for Nasdaq right now, but I've seen a good setup on gold, and I'm actually just going to go onto these charts and show you guys how to read candlesticks, right? But before we get into all of that good stuff, if you're new to the channel, welcome. We trade Nasdaq over here. If you're returning, welcome back. You know what's up. Don't forget to hit the like button, turn your post notifications, and subscribe to the channel. You feel me? Because you already know the giveaway that's coming out, right? But without spending too much time, let's just go onto these charts because the setup is already complete and I do not want to miss it, right? Perfect, guys. You can see that we have the market forming at a little zone right over there. You can see that it has been going up. We have this zone right over here, and the next zone is this zone, right? And we have the next zone that is higher than that, so it's forming higher highs. The next zone is a higher high. So the current market price is telling us that the market will have to also form a higher high and complete the trend line. Let's draw the trend line right over here. So if we draw our trend line right now, we are saying that the market, it is probably going to break the trend line, but we can see that it is forming higher highs at that zone, right? So we are going to say that, let's just mark the zone also, right? We're saying the market has no business of passing this line. If it passes the line, it's no longer a buying position, right? So you just looked at your candlesticks right now, you see that they're forming higher highs, and you also want it to form another high, right? So yes, our trend line, no, let's just leave it intact. It has broken the trend line right now, but it's not a retested trend line, right? That's why you always wait for a retest if you're going for a selling position, but right now we're going for a buying position just because of that explanation, right? So right over here, this is the setup that I had seen. Simple, you see. And yeah, no, let's just shift it a little bit, right? So I'm going to enter the trades. As you can see them running over here, the trades are going to be running over there for you guys, and it has already started to run. Obviously it might want to wick down to the bottom to just touch it, or it might just start going up from this zone, right? So let's just see how it actually plays out, right? Okay, cool. So this is an impulsive entry. This is an impulse entry. You can see, oh, it just dropped, right? So yeah, you see, I wasn't expecting it to drop like that, but you can see we can add entries right at this zone. It's an impulsive entry. Normally you're supposed to wait for the candlestick to close and then, wait for a rejection and then go in. But right now we're only using price action candlesticks, and it is at a zone where it's showing that the market has been forming higher highs, and this is another high that it wants to form. So we don't have to wait for a confirmation candle here, because the market might just leave us, you understand? So that is why I just went in right now. So if it crosses below and closes outside, I'm going to exit the trade right over there. Good. I like the price action on the 15-minute and the 5-minute time frame. We haven't waited for it to close, but you can already see the candlestick structure. You can see that the buyers are stepping into the market right over there. Just wait. We're going to wait, and you watch the trades running over here. Couple of minutes, 4 or 5 minutes, and then I'll come back and update you guys. Perfect. It's just pushing already. This is a good sniper entry right now. You can see, let's switch on our zones. You can see that the Asian session, right, it had formed a lower low there, and then it went to form another one and the highest point in the Asian session. So right now it came back to retest that zone, and that what makes this zone a strong zone, and the market has just failed to break out of that zone. That is what is giving me more confidence that it is a good impulse buying position. So we can literally just hold the trade and watch it play out. I want to add entries because we need to flip this account. So you can see that we have a trend line over there that we can draw. I'm saying that if the market comes to that zone, we're going to exit if it fails to break out. If it breaks out, then we're going to add entries right into that zone. But right now, that is what we are targeting. That's the target right now. Let's just leave it the way it is for now. Don't take this personal, but you ain't shit. You weren't special. Okay, good. So you can see that we do have our candlestick pattern right over there. That red candlestick right there, it is showing us that the buyers have stepped into the market, right? We can see that we have two candlesticks. The sellers were pushing down and the buyers just stepped in, and the buyers stepped in with the next 5-minute candlesticks again. So the buyers have been in control of this market for the last 10 minutes, right? So it's giving me, confirmation that I did take in a good entry, right? So right now I need a mentorship class right now, but I'm just explaining to them the same trade, why I took it and what I was was saying, but right now this is what it's looking like, guys. So how many minutes? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes later, you're seeing that our trend line, it has approached our trend line, as I was also explaining to you, right? Remember, I said that if it gets to our trend line right over there, we are going to take profit. Ooh, but look at that, it just broke out of our trend line, right? So instead of taking profits, let's just take profits. I think we should take profits at this zone, because if we notice, this is a really tricky zone, because we kind of have like an institutional candle, and you can see that it's pushing down with so much momentum, right? It's pushing down with so much momentum. Ooh, I think we will take profits right over here. Okay guys, so it's 35 minutes later and we're back on our chart. As you can see, we just held on for 5-10 more minutes, and you know, it did break out of it. But then if we notice on a larger time frame, right, look at our 15-minute time frame, it is approaching a little institutional zone right over there, right? And there's a chance that it might break out. You said this institutional zone right over there, there's a chance that it might reject at that zone. For that reason, right, let me just mark it up, this one, if you don't know which one I'm talking about, this institutional zone, right? You see the market is approaching that zone and it might want to retrace, right? That is simple price action reading candlesticks. So at that zone, I think that I might lose my profits that I've just made right now. You can see that the account is already in $400, you know, from $100. So I'm gonna just close the trades right over here. Yes, let's delete this. Yeah, so that's it. We've closed the trade. You can see that the account was $150 and it is now $400, but we still have a $50 account that I could not take in this entry because it was an impulse entry and it was very risky, right? If it rejects at the zone where it is, right, and then comes down to reject at the trend line that I just drew, remember the trend line I was showing you guys, right? If it breaks out of the trend line, rejects, right, I'm going to go in for buying positions, right? But if I see that it's a risky entry, I'm not going to take the trade because it's a $50 account. I want the best of best entries that I can get, right? So we're gonna wait. I'm going to continue with this mentorship class, and then when I'm done, I'm going to look at the charts one more time and see what the market has in store for us. Okay, beautiful traders. So what then happened with our $50 account? You remember that we had a $50 account right over here and we were supposed to flip it, and guess what? We have flipped it. You won't even believe what then happened. So I got carried away, you know, I left the charts, but I'm going to explain to you guys what I saw, what I did, and I'm just going to be showing you guys the screenshots right over here. And I was recording, you know, the screen, right? So most of these are going to be running right over here, and I hope you guys will understand this exact analysis because it is no longer a live trade, right? Okay, so I know you can already see the beautiful trade that played out over there, and I want you to guess, how much do you think the $50 account is currently, right? You will never guess, right? Okay, because we destroyed it, right? So look at what happened, right? We still had our trend line right over here, breaks out, not over there. I think it was something like this, right? If we go on to our 5-minute time frame, right? Yeah, it was something. Yeah, I think it was something like this, right? So we said the market broke out of this zone, and then we closed our trade somewhere here, and then we wanted to catch the retest of this thing. But the good thing about it is I was not looking at the chart at this time, and if I had seen the chart, I could have probably gone in for a buy at this zone and could have been taken out on that $50 account. But the good thing is I then saw the trade when it was already at the bottom right over here. So the retest did play out, but it was playing out for a long time. It was retesting for a longer time that it should have, right? So I then saw the trade right over here and gone to retest exactly the same spot that we took the first, you know, buying position right over here, right? So yeah, when I saw it, it had good price action. If we go on to our 5-minute time frame, you can see that the market had tapped into our zone, and then it formed the next candle, and then this bearish candle that you can see right over here was engulfed by this one right over there. But since I had already seen it at the bottom right there, I just took an impulse entry, and you can see the trade running over here. So we rode the trade right to the top. $50, we doubled it to 100, right? You can see, and then we added positions at this zone, obviously after it had broken out, right? You see it was giving signs of breaking out of this zone, right? And then we rode it to the top. Obviously we still added positions because if you look at the chart right over here, it was at a zone that's showing you that it wants to break liquidity, right? And then I think we added positions right at this zone too, and then we flipped a $50 account into $500 with one single setup. yo, like I did not do any, you know, wonders or miracles here. It was simple price action, you know, pure price action that I just used right over there. I just looked at the candlesticks, understood what they are saying to me, and then I just took in the trade without hesitation. That's simply how you flip accounts, you know, using price action only. And if you did enjoy that video, don't forget to hit the like button, turn your post notifications, and subscribe to the channel. You feel me? With that, it's been Tino, and I'm out. Peace.